I have the pleasure of sitting here with Brett Sondike, our Director of Client Relations, who manages the entire team of people that answer the calls, the chats, and the emails as sellers need help. And we are available to sellers 6 days a week from roughly 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday's a bit shorter, so you have to give our team a bit of a break. And we're recording these videos because Brett's in the process of sort of upping the ante and increasing our game in terms of making sure our client relations people deliver the best service to Amazon sellers when you need help and when you're all stressed out. So Brett, what's the first thing we want to talk about today in terms of the continued training of our client relations team?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure that everyone knows we do have a great team. They're very experienced, and I love managing them because not only are they coworkers, but they're friends. We have a great environment here, so it's a pleasure to manage a team that we feel could not only just help the sellers, but also in the future up the ante to up our game as well.
Now, what we have here for sellers, you all know we work in a collaborative environment where nobody has a private office, there are no cubicles. We work in teams where people share information to figure out what's the most persuasive argument for that particular seller. And we also have a great family environment. And Brett and I know each other since our 15-year-old daughters were 4 and 5 years old because they went to nursery school together. So it's really great to work with extremely competent people. We also have just great long-term relationships. So how are you making sure, how are you training your team to make sure they listen to the sellers?
Well, it's an environment where we train our people here to really take the information in. There's a different process when we do this. There's a process where we take the physical information, your plans, plans of action you've written, the notifications you've gotten, and all that as well. But there's also, we have to take the information that's not just written, coming from you. So we have to find out what that information is and translate it into something that we can tangibly use, that we can give to our team, and they can help you as best as possible with the final result that you're looking for.
Now, most sellers who contact us are extremely stressed. Their account is down, their great listings are down. And what Brett's talking about is not just getting the information that you're just giving us right off the bat, but also digging deeper, doing our deep dive into your issues, because often, and sellers don't do this on purpose, they leave out information. So when you contact Brett, and you speak with Brett or Jason Tinchula or Jen McDonald or Rob Siegel or any other member of our team, if we're asking questions or we're sending forms for you to fill out to give us information, don't be offended, because we know that when you're under stress, there's information we still need to obtain. Mm-hmm. What's the second thing you want us to talk about in this video about how we are ever increasing the training of our client intake team?
Well, it's important that we train people. Amazon is always changing. So we have to change with it. So the questions we may ask you 6 months ago are not going to be the same questions we ask now. So we have to look at the trends that Amazon is doing, and we have to pivot to make sure we're on top of those trends. So when we're doing intakes, we look at what's going on and we try to ask the relevant information because we want to make sure the outcome is what we're looking for and not leave anything out.
This is vital. This is one of the things that sellers get the advantage of by hiring us, is that since we represent thousands of sellers a year and get tens of thousands of listings and we save tens of thousands of jobs, we see the changes in Amazon faster, I think, than anybody else. Mm-hmm. Even the internal teams at Amazon, because at Amazon, the right hand doesn't often know what the left hand is doing. So our intakes change as the Amazon environment continues to change. So I think that's great that you continue to update the rest of the client relations team. And also the team ourselves, our own internal meetings about the latest changes. I know we try to do 3 topics per video. Okay. I know you came up with something called the 3 C's for our client relations team. Let's talk about the 3 C's a bit.
Okay, the 3 C's is something I came up with because when you call us up, you're calling our competitors as well. What makes us stand out. So the first thing is confidence. You need to see when you call us and hear from what we're saying that you're confident that our law firm can do the best job out there. We have competitors who work every day, the same thing that we do. Why use us? We're a law firm, and you have to have the ability to distinguish what we can do compared to a consultant or anybody else in this space. We are by far the most experienced, and we take that experience and use that in your favor.
Well, let me hit that also. Many of the companies that are out there who are claiming to be able to write great plans of action are people who work alone in their basements. There's a competitor, we bypassed her a long time ago, who her office turned out to be a P.O. box at a UPS store. And I'm not here to knock how anybody makes a living, but I think that what differentiates us from anybody else writing plans of action is an entire team of college educated paralegals. Many of our paralegals have master's degrees. And I think that the collaborative environment of actually working together in our Long Beach, New York office where information is shared. I'll give you an example. Just today, Vincent Familaro, who's like our escalation department for the most challenging reinstatements, is the only one that has seen a particular email about a new problem Amazon sellers are facing that's not causing suspensions yet. And we talk about that in today's breaking news. But I think working together, we have smart, educated people sharing what they are seeing in their individual cases is probably our most valuable asset is our people, and you're not going to find that anyplace else. What's the second C stand for?
The second, talking about people, the second C is comfortable. You have to be comfortable with the people you're dealing with, and it starts with my team. So when you're calling up my team, you're going to get someone who is not only knowledgeable, but they can relate to your problem, and they will make you feel comfortable with the whole process. You're stressed out. You don't want to, have a nice long conversation. When you get to the point, we're going to do that for you, and we're also going to do your deep dive for you. But you'll be enjoying calling us because you're going to be comfortable dealing with us. We know what we're doing, and there's going to be a comfort factor where you may not have anywhere else.
I think some of our sellers might not love the word comfortable, but you'll be confident, and you'll know that. I guess enjoyable. Enjoyable is not the right word, but I think that as sellers speak with us, and you don't have to believe us. Look at our reviews. Run a search on Brett or Brett Sondike. We have well over 1,000 reviews, over 500 on Google, close to 500 on Facebook. I don't even know how many video testimonials we have, but you can search Brett Sondike, search Jen McDonald, and you're going to just see the comfort and the confidence that sellers have in Brett and in Brett's team. What's the third C?
The third one is cost. We have to be competitive in the environment with our fees. So what we do is we make a fees for different things that you may occur, and we have to be competitive where you feel that if your budget fits, and we're in the realm of the budget, that you'll feel confident using us, and you also feel comfortable using us, and the cost won't enter into it because of the fact that you're getting a superior product and superior service when using our firm.
Also, unlike a lot of other people or companies out there, you always have someone to speak with. And let's say you're a new seller and you haven't sold anything yet, or you're already on a shoestring budget. We provide free guidance, free information every single day to Amazon sellers all over the world. Years ago, I read a book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, and the theory was give people the information, let them try and do it themselves, give them the tools that they can help themselves, and then they'll come back to you. So if you're a smaller seller or you're just starting out and you're hesitant to call us for help, call us for help. We will steer in the right direction. We'll tell you which videos, we'll send you free copies of our books, and we'll help you in any fashion we can so that you can help yourselves. All right, Brett, thank you very much for doing this video with me. We're going to do a whole series of videos that are just solely devoted to how we are improving. Just like every plan of action for an Amazon seller, you have to describe to Amazon how you're going to make systemic improvements. We are constantly improving how we help sellers all over the world. And I want the world to know how great our team is, how awesome Brett Sondike is. And finally, if you like this video, if you learn anything from it, please like it, please share it. And if you want to speak with me or Brett, give us a call, 1-877-9-SELLERS. Brett, thank you very much for shooting this video and letting sellers get to know who you are and more about your team.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.